that actually worked. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to day 871 of Eating a Sheet of Paper a Day. I'm honored to have been given the gift by my viewers to do this series. You guys gave me personal permission, and so I want to honor that by fulfilling my promise. Once again, if anyone's new here, we eat paper, and by we, I mean me. Without professional supervision, do not eat paper. With that said, there have been a couple people on Instagram eating some paper in honor. However, if you've seen any people like that, and they're mentioning me, just know those people are my personal trainees. There have been a couple people who have deviated from the norm and decided to eat paper without my permission nor my training, and I have blocked, doxed, and also reported them to SWAT. So, just keep note. Tread lightly if you are to eat paper, all right? Not only is this my territory, but I have a legal obligation to prevent people from doing what I'm doing without professional supervision. Please and thank you. Contact me personally, Instagram at BrionHello, B-R-I-O-N, hello. Hell, as in the place you don't want to go, and then O, as in, oh me, oh my. I like eating paper so much. So let's just begin. Also, my score for yesterday is a 6.8 out of 10. It was a bit stinky about 80% the way through, but then at the very end, we had a jazz gig at Jazzy Wishbone in Oceanside, and things shaped up to be pretty all right, you know? And I wasn't even expecting for that gig to be a home run or anything like that, but it was probably 3 home runs. The equivalency of 3 home runs, to be more specific. Oh, shit. I gotta do the paper promo. I'm glad I, forgot to do all that so that the beginning of the stream was actually relatively normal, so, Here we go. We have this. We have like a pretty fairly good system. Sorry about making you cry, Mr. Shit. I apologize, but sometimes we got to get a little sentimental if we want to carry forth with things that are meaningful to us, like eating paper. Nothing can be truly accomplished without an emotional arc. I'm just bullshitting at this point. Okay, let's just do the promo. Really? We're not doing the... Come on, guys. Yeah, chat's going to be a little sketchy for a bit because we're using the new system again. So, and I don't know what about the stream made you think that it was going to be experimental or whatever, but just know any experiments are purely incidental. It's just sloppy planning on my part. So, yeah, this is not... Fuck it, whatever. Okay, yeah, let's just begin. Let me just have the chat up in this extremely diminished form. Solid 3 was an ass day. Well, hey, let's look at the bright side. At least it wasn't a non-Newtonian 3, you know? Strong 3 is good. Let's think about the movie equivalent of a strong 3. Probably Immaculate, the movie about the lady who goes into church as a nun, as a hired nun, and then realizes that the entire church is a front for forcefully impregnating people with what they believe to be the fetus of Jesus so that they can rebirth Jesus through the form of forced impregnation. Cool concept, the worst execution possible. It was like the worst episode of Black Mirror you've ever seen. Reaction streamer ass cam. That's quite literally what this is. Just in case I want to react to something. Like we'll just practice. Oh shit, that was crazy! That's the thumbnail right there. Okay. Today, yep, getting our daily dose of glucose. Spank you very much. I'm also quite surprised that you actually got the notification this time. This is good. That means there was something about the thumbnail. I don't know what it is, but there was something about the thumbnail that was just visually tantalizing enough that it let people in. People went, you know what? I'll click on that. And also YouTube chose to recommend it to you instead of taking 15 minutes this time, meaning that YouTube's manual review system or their AI saw something visually in the stream and the thumbnail and were like, you know what? This one's all right. This one represents a new progressive era of streaming. All right. Also, surprise, surprise, I was completely wrong about the last OBS stream. Initially, short term got like no views. In fact, even you were a little late, monkey type shit, with underscores separating each individual word. I do believe, and with every first letter capitalized, I'm trying to be specific here. I believe, if I'm correct, we have reached 1,000 views on that other OBS stream with the dancing skeleton gif, and that stream was terrible. I was riffing off nothing. It was a day where I had nothing to talk about, so I was just I think I was doing the random Wikipedia article thing, and then I fixed Charlie Kirk's face. That's all I did. And I cannot believe that one blew up, although it's not for any actual content reasons. It's completely arbitrary. YouTube just randomly chooses. YouTube randomly chose to not recommend it when I was streaming, and then recommended the shit out of that stream after the fact, I guess. So, no idea what that's all about. But yeah, with these, the chat's so much sketchier. Like, I have to pull it up on my phone, and meaning I have to accidentally play my fucking stream on my phone, then I accidentally hear my own voice, which is very traumatizing. So yeah, I know exactly 1,000 robots watched that last stream, which, I mean, isn't there a whole thing on Facebook where Facebook every year deletes like 5 billion bot accounts, which like it's like the daily sweeping of dust from underneath the rug, which is insane because they're getting rid of accounts equivalent to the entire population on Earth in the form of just robots, meaning they're like us on the internet. We are now a minority. Human beings are the minority on the internet. The robots are the majority of accounts and also online information, right? I mean, you've heard of the dead internet theory. I don't know everything about it. I've heard a couple people talk about it, and those people who've talked about it have made a point to exclude what they consider to be the more radical parts of the conspiracy theory. But from what I've heard, it's the idea that naturally, due to the progression of technology, most people on the internet aren't people, and it's just robots talking to themselves, right? The algorithms are already in place. The programs of which to initiate fake conversation between algorithms and programs that take the form of Twitter accounts with default profile pictures, they've metastasized. And through no fault of one individual robot, all of the robots are now just creating most of the discourse, and a lot of it's bullshit and bad. So, and I mean, it's interesting because this year, I mean, maybe it's because I'm just more aware of stuff, but things truly feel more dystopian than ever. But I also think, I mean, I've been pretty relatively tuned in to the discourse on society, and never has it seemed more dystopian than it is right now. This AI thing, it's really creating this social trend and really breaking through the white noise and causing people to freak out in a way that I've never seen before, ever. Who's my shirt? This is a Pizza Port shirt. It's my lime green one. Pizza Port, original Solana Beach location. We offer grub and grog. That's their catchphrase. I don't think it's very good. If you want to appetize the public, don't use the word grub. And also, grog is like a 1500s Viking word. Don't use that one either. But, I think it's a selfie lol. I don't know what any of that means. But either way, yeah, we're getting replaced away. We are getting replaced. I mean, it's already happened. Human beings get replaced all the time. It's been happening for decades. The whole thing that happened in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie Bucket's father used to screw toothpaste caps onto toothpaste tubes, and he got replaced by the toothpaste cap screwing machine. You know? It's been happening for decades. For some reason, it's reached a magnitude where just discourse on the internet, it's bubbling up to the surface level. People have always been restless in their own individual pockets, but people everywhere are becoming more aware and more fearful of the replacement theory. So, grab your tiki torches. Yell, they will not replace us, I guess, if you want to. Because it appears to be somewhat founded in reality, much more than ever before. Ugh, God. So, yeah. I do want to say, McBurgerness, I appreciate people have been really positive recently. I don't know why that is. I think it's because I've been more positively engaged with the stream, so, you know, the stream gives back. But McBurgerness pointed out how even when I do my pre-recordeds, it seems like I'm being less obligatory with them. I'm actually engaging with the thing for an actual good reason. Or wait, how do I say it? That's very vague. I'm trying to still talk, be present, instead of, hello, I forgot last night, you know, and drink the water and that's it. I don't want to ever do that, you know? I know I do this every single day, so I'm sure if I do it a couple times, people won't really care, but I don't know, man. I want to hold myself to a higher standard this year. That's what I want to do. So, yeah, I think I'm very happy to, I'm very happy to be operating on a different level. I'm just trying to focus on something. It's just this software. I'm still getting used to it, so pardon my mild distraction. I already have focusing issues even if I'm presented with one fucking thing. So how do I even... Do I just go into properties? Is that what I do? Okay. I mean, this gives me no information, though. This is so bad. Okay, perhaps I'm just, okay, yeah, never mind. I'm just shooting in the dark here. Whatever. Oh, yeah, I apologize. That's true. The paper's the star of the show. I'm overstepping my status boundaries. So, CAC, welcome to the stream. New viewer alert. I should have gotten something ready. What are other images I have? What is this? This is nothing. Why is this here? Okay, yeah, we should have some sort of banner for a new viewer alert. Hold on, guy who just came in. Stay in here for a split second. Here we go. New viewer alert, all right? This is my banner. Whenever someone new comes in, I don't have a soundboard, so we can't do the whole air horn, fake confetti green screen thing. I'll figure that one out. But there you go. This represents a new viewer who's come in. Welcome. The uterus of the internet has now given birth to you, so that's you, SoCac. Did we see the Minecraft movie? I'm sat. I don't know what any of that means, but I did. I regretted it. 2 out of 10. When he did say, I am Steve, that was facts, though. He was, in fact, Steve. Although there were points where I'm like, is he really Steve? He looks nothing like it, but... We did give a full dissertation on the Minecraft movie. We had a very detailed discussion about it, I believe a couple streams ago, maybe 3 or 4 streams ago. So if you guys want to catch up on that, watch that. It's not very special. We didn't talk about anything. It's one of those movies where we can laugh at it for maybe the first 20 minutes, but as time passes, I just realize, yeah, there's just nothing. There's nothing to talk about. I think there's a lot of the middle schoolers in there who were throwing popcorn at the movie screen. Those kids, they could make wisecracks about the movie all day because there's a certain type of person where they never get tired of that level of thinking. And that's good for them. I mean, if anything, we're the suckers because, I mean, if we're perpetually dissatisfied with everything, we live a less fulfilling life, and that's a decrease in quality. With all that said, though, I'm not just going to make the same I am Steve chicken jockey jokes until the movie's over. The movie was 1 hour and 49 minutes or something like that. That's way too long to be making monosyllabic catchphrase jokes. That's actual SNL catchphrase humor. The worst type of humor ever. Even the supposed ironic, making fun of it because it's bad humor became actually bad. So, 5.9 out of 10 yesterday. We are breaking past the threshold of an average day. This is really good. It appears like our average score is more like a 6 to a 6.5 maybe. So we're overachievers this week. Now, if maybe 2 or 3 weeks pass and we're consistently having high scores, we have to adjust the scale again. But right now, enjoy the bliss of seeing that big fat number in the chat. Throwing popcorn. Yeah, I appreciate the magnitudes to which some kids will go about it, but there was this video, and now that I'm using this software, we can actually do this. Let me try and fucking... Okay, I have to delete this, and then... Yeah, remove. Yes. And then... Again, we are still figuring this out, guys, but here, watch me eat some paper while we're at it, okay? Okay, let's try this again. macOS screen capture. I'm so cool. Like, it's really awesome that this is free. That's what's really cool about this. Window capture, and then, sure, yeah. I know I watched my own stream because I wanted to check to see if the audio worked, all right? Chill. Let's see. Right, you guys have all seen this. Yeah. But if you look at a video, yeah, it's one of... Please tell me it's here. Yeah, it's this. I mean, this video is
chaos during Minecraft.
Really,
movie.
it's one of these boomer news sites. Brute America. Isn't Brute the name of a wine? Why is wine making commentary on the Minecraft movie? Everybody wants to fucking...
Popcorn. Others get on their have been put here, including taking...
No, this is not what I was looking for. There was this video of these teens, and they were holding up a giant chicken, and they were... Yeah, this is... Why does it, by default, make it really... What is this? And I should probably do that. Hello. Okay, well, whatever. We tried to find the video. Oh dear, I am late. No, don't worry. I'll forgive you when you come on time next time. Also, you didn't really come late. I got about half of my paper left, although I do have to shit, so I'm probably going to speed up my eating. The timing is inconvenient, but don't worry. We're still here. We're not going away for a little bit. I'm going to ignore half the chat here for specific reasons. Have I ever eaten a second sheet of paper in a day just like as a treat? As a matter of fact, go back on the main channel, go to the channels tab of this channel that you're watching right now, your mom, find good content, and then go way back. In fact, now that YouTube sucks, they're filtering things. They're actually segregating out our videos, which, by the way, that's an injustice. But live streams and videos. Go on the live stream tab. Go way back. I believe it's my first live stream on the main channel, good content. And it's my 30 subscriber paper reading ceremony where I believe I ate 30 pieces or 30 sheets. I believe it was pieces, not 30 sheets. But each piece was about this big. 30 of these, 30 bites, meaning that I had to probably use like 6 to maybe 6.5, maybe even if I was feeling frisky that day. I don't exactly remember. This was in 2019. Possibly 7 sheets of paper. All in one day. And yes, by the end of it, I was dying because this was back when I was relatively inexperienced. I did not have a time-efficient nor a gullet-friendly, non-esophageal tissue rupturing way of consuming the paper back then. So, consequently, I was moaning and groaning by the end of it. And I don't mean like constipation. I mean like I was eating pieces that were so big in a non-refined fashion, and I was actually giving my stomach lining and my esophageal lining a little bit of physical problems. But yes, 6 to 7 pieces in a day, or by pieces I mean sheets. 6 to 7 sheets in one day. The stream was about, I believe, 90 minutes long. So I'd say that's a pretty fair personal record. I know there was a guy who ate like 3 Bibles in 3 hours, so it's not a personal record, but Bible paper is very thin, extraordinarily thin. It's like see-through it type thin. So I think it's cheating. Not all paper's created equal, as they say. Twitch stream soon, by the way. I really appreciate how you're an advocate for me not being lazy. You will be half satisfied as time goes on. I can motivate. Just give me some time, guys. Am I invested in the stock market? I have been hearing a lot about it, and I have a friend who's telling me, bro, you gotta invest, man. I got $2,000 waiting for me in the bank right now. And then all the shit with politics happens. And this guy is anti-political. He doesn't want to have any opinions on the internet or in real life about politics, but this recent shebang made him very political in nature. But things are going crazy. I don't know if this is intentional, and we talked about Trump's second term a couple streams ago as well, and I'm like, listen, I can make rationalizations for many of Trump's actions. However, no matter what side you're on, we have to all admit the Trump that we're getting in this second term is not the same man we had in our first term. Something happened with this fucking guy and he's changed. I talked about this too with Kanye, right? And I know that a lot of people will say, well, you're making excuses for them. I am simply acknowledging a salient fact, all right? And the fact is this. If you're a person who gets exposed to such an unnatural level of attention, scrutiny, press coverage, and a lot of rumors, some of which might be true, but many of which are very likely untrue, all of that over a sustained period of time, that has to instill not just a paranoia, but psychological damage. I am serious. And I know people can say, oh, they have money, and they have everything they could ever want. They have a bunch of gimps waiting to have sex with them on a whim, which is true. And that doesn't mean that their individual actions are good in nature. But we also have to keep in mind, any one of us right now living our relatively normal lives that our brains tens of thousands of years ago evolved to experience can pretend, oh, if I was in that position, I'd be different. Well, why don't you try it? Well, I mean, we can't. But imagine a real hypothetical, a real thought experiment being exposed to that level of scrutiny, social media fucking outrage, the likes of which no generation or person in any generation has experienced before now. I guarantee you, your morals and your principles and you as a person would degrade and disintegrate. And you'd start doing wacky, out-of-character shit. And it might appear corrupt. It might be corrupt. With that said, it might sound like an excuse for Trump, which on a personal level it is, but on a greater societal scale, it's not and he's still doing wacky, scammy, weird shit. His colleagues are benefiting the most from his supposed economic genius, which I do think that he's a capable person. I don't think he's a bumbling fool. I also don't think he's an evil Hitler tier dictator like many people say he is, but I don't trust him. I don't trust him, and that has no commentary on my values. So, it says so loud. Oh, shit. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe. Oh, you're saying that the audio here is loud. Whatever. You guys specify what's loud. I admire my dedication. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it really doesn't feel like dedication if I'm just eating it so much. I mean, the paper becomes me because chemically, the molecules fuse themselves into my skin. It's like microplastics in your balls. Same thing with my schedule. If I'm just used to it, there's no anticipation anymore. This is just like eating breakfast in the morning, which I forget to half of the time. So, you know. I ate a piece of paper today out of curiosity. Guys, this is great. I really appreciate it. However, I don't want to accidentally have anybody choke and die, especially if they're young children who cannot yet have their own agency, legally speaking. So, I will say this, puts out in the open, all right? If this gets played in court, hello. I'm sure all of you judges and you jury members are quite qualified to assess this, but I don't encourage anybody to eat paper by themselves without professional supervision or training. From this guy, all right? I accidentally got sent a super chat of 5 cents, so that makes me an actual registered professional before my channel was disqualified for monetization. So, everything I said was true and will hold up in court. Spank you very much. And if you'd like to have a personal talk in my DMs, follow my Instagram and DM me there. If we're going to talk legal ramifications of any potential deaths or parents suing me for incitement of consumption of inedible substances. But thank you. With all that said, thank you, Myra. Also, what drawing of an embryo? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But we're trying some new software. I don't even know how this stuff works, so I'm just clicking random stuff. I can't see the stream, so I have no idea what's going on right now. But I do know that it's working. I know that people are seeing it, and I'm seeing the chat, so I'm at least seeing kind of the second best thing, I guess, to the stream. Excuse me. Okay. I don't want a zoomed print of a man smiling plastered on my chest. What are you even talking about? This is my green Pizza Port shirt, by the way. People were asking about my shirt, actually multiple times this stream, which is interesting. And that's because this shirt is courtesy of Pizza Port original Solana Beach location. So if you live in Southern California, Solana Beach area, feel free to come by. I can get you a free half pint if you're of age, of course. Hey, don't talk to the guy on the shirt like that. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know who this guy is, but if there is a guy on my shirt, this imaginary fella, yeah, respect everybody in the stream. I mean, unless you don't want to, but if you're gonna bully off of something other than just pure principle, you know? Find some real weak vulnerability personally about somebody and nail it, you know, because we here on the paper stream are pro-bullying. I've said this before, I will say it again. Yeah, I'm getting sued. Well, I'm ready this time, all right? Remember this. Day 871. We are about, I think, 21 minutes in. I don't know. I can't check the time code, unlike if I were using just YouTube streaming thing. Many cons to this, but I think for the most part, this is going quite well. Technically speaking, I think we're working this out quite well. 6.8 yesterday, thanks to Celsius. That's good. I know that stuff is partially poisonous. I know people love to rag on Prime for having microplastics and Red 40 and paint thinner and WD-40 in it, which is true. Don't look it up. But Celsius, I mean, all those things are there tenfold too, so prepare to have one ball by next year. Yes, and by the way, they do make your testicles disappear. That's a real thing. Chemical warfare, that's what these drink companies are inflicting. All right, so drinking anything except for water, just know you're poisoning yourself and you're a damn fool. How's the gig last night? I know, I noticed you weren't there. It went quite well, actually. You know, there are a lot of reasons that I won't disclose that made me not too excited to do this gig. But when I was up there, we were playing, it was just good music, and I am glad we did it. So As a matter of fact, I could, let's see. Yeah, this is what's great about the software. We might as well take full advantage. We did the summertime thing. We did a funky summertime. So that's good. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them. Okay, cool. I bet we could do this. If anything is too loud, feel free to let me know because I'm still working out the technicalities of this. But she's a great singer. I want to platform her. I know she's probably gonna hate me for playing what she thinks is an embarrassing clip, but it's not. Nothing that she does is embarrassing. It's all beautiful. You're gonna reach for the sky. Yeah, that is pretty loud. I will say this. The phone audio does not do it justice, but even so, I do believe it sounds quite good. And it just sounds 5 times better if you're there in person. But yeah, I think someone's palm was over the microphone. But... There's Tim, the owner. Shout out to him. I love her voice too, man. This is so good. No, the drumming sucks, but if you got rid of the drumming, man, oh man, this would be a perfect album-worthy song with guitar solo. The guitar solo goes on for like about 30 minutes, but yeah, I normally don't play songs like that either. I normally do just straight jazz, like fast bop and stuff like that, so it's really fun to fit into a different pocket. And I mean, I'm not doing most of the work here. Like, that's Brianna. She's commanding the band, and when she's doing that, the instruments practically play themselves. So I'm honored to play with her. All love to Wishbone. Wishbone's a great venue, but she's got to be in more places, because a singer at her caliber, a performer at her caliber, she's got to be internationally known. There's singers that are internationally known that don't sing with the finesse and with the passion that she does. So I said it. When's the album coming? That's up to her, but I'd make a $25 bet, probably like 10 years, but it'll be good when it comes out, you know. Such a natural performer. She's great. Probably doing more gigs with her. And also, tomorrow, I'm doing a gig with Joey Kim Weingant. He's also very good. Yeah. Interesting that you can actually put a location on a YouTube upload. Let me see. Yeah, it says The Jazzy Wishbone. I didn't even know you could do that. This is the wrong channel. What are we doing here? It made me fucking look up. Okay. I hate that so much. I hate how YouTube works. I didn't ask to look up The Jazzy Wishbone. I'm getting a bunch of bullshit now. If I can find more footage of Joey, yes, I know my mother is very supportive. All of her stuff is just uploads of me playing stuff, and Raina, my sister. So, yeah, we did so many gigs with Jack and Brianna. It's very interesting. But yeah, I'm just looking for the Joey gig. Where is it? That trio gig was weird. Oh yeah, here we go. Take the A Train, Fire a Bell. We did Erosion that day? What the hell? Oh, we did the boring slow version. You guys are paying too much attention. People in jail footage. It's for an upcoming video, alright? You'll see it when it comes out. Wonder if it actually shows. Yeah, okay, it does. he's really good. That was the worst. Like, I feel like that's just the worst way to play Airgen. But with that said, we did pretty fairly good. Did we? We did. Yeah, we did so many. Billy Boy. Oh yeah, we did.
Is that you, Joey?
Okay, here we go. Ignore that. Yeah. The focus is on Joey as a piano player. He's very good. Wait, listen to it. I gotta just play a whole solo. Okay, whatever. A lot of this is just me soloing, which is cool and all, but I don't want to spoil it. So you guys come to the gig yourself, and then when you're there, you'll see us in real time, and you'll feel the vibrations through the floorboards into your legs. So, What's that haircut? It was me completely cutting my hair off. I shave my head every 2 years because I need a cool breeze. Every one of these videos are, oh, well, thank you. But yeah, seriously, I'm honored to play with great musicians still after all these years. We have been doing gigs professionally for, okay, I've been doing gigs professionally since 2012. Yeah, I mean, the first ones were not very good, but we were working with orchestras. We were playing at polo shows, and we were playing Star Spangled Banner, you know, but those are practically free handouts. But what's cool about making connections is that you know some people from the orchestra days, specifically a couple trumpet players I knew, and then they hooked me up when I wanted to just do jazz gigs because I got tired of just playing someone else's music on timpani, you know, so. Okay. Do I play rhythm video games? I avoid Guitar Hero and whatever drum equivalent of that game might be. I avoid that stuff like the plague. I prefer to do the real thing. But that's a good question. And I'm out of drink. So let me... These are also the last pieces. So let me get some water. I'll be right back. Ugh. We're just going to settle for normal water right now, to be honest. Part of my burp. Here you go. That should do it. Okay. I was 3 then. When I started playing professionally, yeah, I was about 9, 8, 9. Let me do the fucking math. Yeah, I was 9 years old. Yeah, because when I was in 4th grade, we worked with the Skyline Orchestra with Frank Glasson. Shout out to Frank Glasson. And we were playing a bunch of, little classical pieces here and there, but the big highlight was doing the Captain America March and the Star Spangled Banner at those shows. And then from then on, my whole gimmick was I was the only 6th grader / middle schooler for 3 to 4 years who was working with the mainly Mozart Orchestra. It was a bunch of grown adults playing really annoying, overly complex pieces, and I somehow scammed my way in there. I actually had my audition video, and I don't know how... The thing is that my audition video was so bad, and they still accepted me only because they knew who I was from my gigging days when I was 9. And, I mean, that's a type of notoriety, I guess. But I think what we have left over from that is the worst audition video ever. You have to see this shit. It's my first main channel video. Here, let me see if I can... here we go. Okay. Go all the way... Yeah, it's this bullshit. Well, this was a later one, right? This was my last year at MMYO. Because my first year at MMYO was... that was in 2015 or 14. Yeah, that's when we first started working on that stuff. But yeah, this is when I was... Okay, so to be fair, this was my last audition, so I had already auditioned a couple times before, so they already knew me. So maybe the story's not as crazy, but you have to see this audition. I was getting... Ignore that. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I fucked it up. I didn't know how to edit videos back then, too, so... That was basically the whole video. Okay. Oh, last piece, by the way. Okay. Everybody, thank you very much for watching. I could go down a rabbit hole all day, but we'll stop it right there. We'll come back later, because I actually gotta get to work. So make sure to live, laugh. Wait, I skipped ahead. Thank you for watching Eating a Sheet of Paper a Day, day 871. I will see you tomorrow. That'll be day 872. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. Let's see. Chasing the lawsuit. There's still time to delete this. Nah, I'm keeping it up, man. I think it's a pure testament to my professionalism. Okay, yeah. I got kicked out of CCA. That shirt I'm wearing is for LCC. I got that shirt for free. Never even went to that school. Okay. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. See you fellas later. And also, let me just track the stream. To my professionalism. Because if I stop right now, then this stops right here. I got kicked out of CCA. That shirt I'm wearing is for LCC. I got that shirt for free. Never even went to that school. Okay. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time...